Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. I'm here in Philadelphia enjoying the good weather while it lasts. And I am wearing this t-shirt that has a quote from the Congressman John Lewis from Georgia, who, who who had a legacy of fighting for civil rights and human rights. He was one of the leaders of the March on Selma in 1965 for voting rights, and every police officer in Alabama seemed like attacked the marchers, and one of them cracked Lewis's skull. He could have been killed, but he persevered. He continued. Now we must continue. Here's the quote. Do something to get in something. Get in trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble. There may be no other option. And the people of Oregon and Illinois and California are doing great. I'll start with the governors. Gavin Newsom of California, Tina Kotick of Oregon, and J.D. Pritzker of Illinois. The people of Portland, Chicago, and LA have been standing up at the grassroots level to fight against ICE agents rampaging through their communities, terrorizing neighborhoods, nabbing people of color because they fit some stereotypical profile. People trying to earn a living, take care of their families, respecting their communities, but they get snatched from the streets and hauled up to some hellhole in El Salvador. We can't keep having that. We gotta stand up. And the people of LA have been great at standing up. Like tow truck drivers have been following ICE vehicles, and if the ICE guys committed some sort of parking violation, the tow truck guys would pick up their vehicle. Cute. And then there's the people of Chicago just ganging up on ICE agents who are trying to arrest people guys working on a roof, trying to make a living, take care of their families, pay taxes, and chase the ICE agents away. And they even slashed the tires on their vehicle and had to be towed away. Isn't that beautiful? And now they're getting ready for going to Portland. Nice, quiet city. People are laid back, being old, new agey, enjoying their farmers markets. And Trump is saying that that's like the ground zero, the nerve center of left-wing terrorism. Point of information: there have always been these legitimate government-sponsored research pieces in the Justice Department that have showed that it is on a way far right that the vast majority of these terrorist operations are coming from. Like on the same day that Charlie Kirk was whacked, a guy in Illinois, I think, Michigan, sorry, right, rammed into a Mormon church, set on fire, shot and killed some of the parishioners, and killed himself. And he had plenty of Trump signs on his front yard. And the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk was 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 said to be of the Groyper movement of Nick Fuentes, which is even further to the right than Charlie Kirk, if you can believe that. But we need more information. You have to be careful with our information. The conspiracy theories around Charlie Kirk are are way over the internet. Be careful what your sources are. Anyway, the governors of Illinois and J.D. Pritzker of Illinois and Tia Kotek of Oregon have gone to federal court to demand that Trump not place National Guard troops in their states to assist the ICE guys in their dirty business of nabbing innocent people off the street. Well, and Trump has been talking about sending National Guard troops from Texas to go over to Illinois. Well, and the courts have been pretty much in Illinois' and Oregon's favor. But I'm afraid, I'm nervous. Trump thinks he's the law. He thinks he's the Constitution. Like with that tirade Hegseth and Trump made to the generals and admirals at Quantico over the weekend. They're telling these generals and admirals with decades of military service who know how the thing works, how to be fighting men, warriors, and to pledge their allegiance to Trump, and to abandon the idea of advancing people of color and women into military positions. Disgraceful. So that and I'd like to give a shout out to the DA in Philadelphia, Larry Krasner. Krasner has made it clear that he will not tolerate any violations of the law by federal agents in Philadelphia. That's guts. Great job, Larry. And in short, we have to make a stand. People are doing it at the grassroots level, from the ground up, crowding around ICE agents, going on demonstrations supporting working people just trying to make a living. So, I don't know if I keep having the suspicion that Philadelphia will also be on the menu. You never know. So, people of Philadelphia and all over the country, let the people of LA and Chicago and Portland be an example for us. Let's get into some good John Lewis trouble. Get together and stand up for your neighbors, for your fellow workers, against ICE and any of Trump's enforcers. And then, when it's time to vote, vote. And vote independent, vote intelligently. Pay attention to the issues, and vote. Alrighty then, I'm all talked out. Now, advertisements. All this work I do on my media is work. My YouTube channel here, my podcast, my blog, my poetry, my fiction, all work. I pay money to get on these various platforms. I would like to be compensated for all this work and raise it, and hopefully raise it to a higher level. So, please get on my website, johnomason.com, and click either the PayPal button or the Buy Me a Coffee button and see what you can give. I would greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. Thanks. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It is the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk, a horror chaser, and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army as a fanatical, born-again Christian, just want to be a zealous, manly man for Jesus. But how he goes about it leads him into disaster. Do please pick it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. And also, Hipporific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and flour and teas and drinks and hand sanitizer and lip balm and dog treats. Not dog treats. Look them up, please. HipporificLLC.com. And also, my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. GrowWithSnow.com. Okay. Alrighty then. That's the work cut out for. We got our work cut out for us, Americans. People like John Lewis risked their lives and bled and suffered so that we can have the rights we had. I'm also including the great labor activists of the centuries, like Mary Harris Mother Jones, Eugene Debs, Bill Haywood, the Wobblies, the AFL, the CIO, those guys. All did their little bit for the freedoms we enjoy now, and which are about to be taken from us. And we cannot have that. So, get in good, necessary trouble. Join in the fight, and we will win. Thank you. Have a good week ahead of you. Bye.